All right, and from our New York studios, which is down right now, let's go to New York and Jackie Reed on the phone with Inside Her Story. Good morning, Jackie.
Good morning, Tom. How are you? You probably know that more than 1 million children in the U.S. have a parent that's incarcerated, and about 70% of those kids are children of color. Well, one remarkable teen is trying to make a difference in those young people's lives. Her work is about to be recognized on a national level thanks to the Black Girls Rock program. You will see this young lady and hear her story as part of the Black Girls Rock award show that will air on BET this Sunday evening. I'm going inside her story with Yasmin Arrington. Good morning, Yasmin.
Good morning, Ms. Reed. How are you?
I'm very well. Now, you are just 19 years old and a sophomore in college.
Yes,
but when you were just in high school, you were a junior, and you started a program called ScholarCHIPS, which provides college scholarships for students whose parents are incarcerated. Now, I know your father was in prison, and I think he was released about a year ago. What made you want to start this program?
Well, for one, as a junior in high school, I was in a program called Learn Serve International in Washington, D.C., and they take a group of teens every year, and they teach them about social entrepreneurship, and also the fact that my father had been in prison most of my life was, I know the emotional struggle, the financial struggle that comes with that. And so I had the support, I had the skills, and it's a very, as the statistics you mentioned, very common issue and a taboo as well. So I wanted to be a solution.
Now, was it tough for you to get into college because of this, because your father wasn't behind bars?
Well, thankfully, no. But that's not the case for most of these teens, because my grandmother and my church, they always instilled the importance of education. So I got decent, excellent grades in school, and I applied for scholarships. And so it wasn't a struggle for me.
Well, that's good news. Now, you're in the D.C. area. Any kids out there or parents who may, their spouse may be locked up, or their partner, their children's parent, their child's parent, rather, how can they participate in ScholarCHIPS? How does this work?
Well, right now, ScholarCHIPS is still a new startup organization. Right now, we're focusing on high school graduating seniors in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. So if a parent or a teen is listening that is at that point or is getting ready to go to that point, they can apply for our scholarship. And also that comes along with mentoring.
How many kids?
About the numbers, more than 1 million kids out there have parents that are behind bars. And you mentioned that your father was locked up. He's out now for most of your life. Yeah. What are some of the other difficulties that come with having a parent that's behind bars?
Well, being a female, a young girl, it's important. It's really important to have a father in your life, to have a relationship, because that's most likely the starting point of your, the way you learn to communicate with a male or men. I was a Girl Scout, and Girl Scouts have father-daughter dances. Sometimes the elementary schools have father-daughter dances, and, it's just kind of strange not to be able to participate in that or being ashamed of that. And then also financially, a lot of times young people with this problem, if their parent is missing from the home, they may have to contribute financially earlier. And if they get a job, and you all know, once you get a job, you get into the workforce, you get that check, it's very difficult to break out of that and say, okay, I'm going to go back to school and start from square one. Right. So it's just issues like this that young people deal with. And scholarships, the recipients this year, some have 2 parents in prison, 1 parent's on death row. So this is a serious issue.
And you're 19 years old?
Yes, sir. I'm 19.
How many young people in the program are you able to help?
This year we've awarded 8, a total of $11,000. Nice. And we just plan to continue that. We're in the fundraising stage now. So,
yes, and we'll see you on Black Girls Rock on Sunday.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah. All right, Jackie.